The views expressed on this podcast are based on a satirical view of the subject matter. Please extract the posterior probing device before listening. Now, pick yourself up by your ridiculously enlarged prostate and let's get the episode started.
Big O! It's showtime!
This is an Tempest universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Man, my heart is pumping right now. Like it is literally coming out of my chest. I'm trying to relax. Like out of nowhere, like shadow figures. What the hell is going on? What kind of a Monday is this? It's a paranormal Monday here on UFO Buster Radio. Oh, for fuck's sake. See? The Tempest universe. Yeah. I don't know. Just out of the corner of my eye in the doorway, big ass shadow figure. Fuck. Just not the way to start the podcast. Jesus Christ almighty. And it scared the shit out of me. I was like, who the fuck is in my house? Welcome to the Tempest universe. I am your host, Manny, formerly Moonraker. And it's Monday. Usually it's doom and gloom Monday, except for the shadow figure situation here. But it's been a pretty good Monday, I gotta say. It was even keel. Like, it was busy, but still it was manageable. And I hope you guys had the same experience. And maybe it was. I don't know. I mean, literally, we almost had another week of crazy-ass storms here in San Antonio. And got cloudy, and then the sun came out. Weird shit. Probably setting me up for the shadow figure situation. This is nuts. Damn, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, by the way, I accidentally left my computer on Saturday night, and the curse of Windows happened. Windows update Sunday. Oh geez. Right now in my microphone, it sounds clear. My earplugs, however, have like a static right now. Some crazy static going on. I don't know what it is. It is really freaking crazy, the static that I hear. Then you have the shadow figure, and I don't know. Maybe a good Monday is a bad omen. Maybe the fact that it wasn't a busy-ass Monday that was like hectic is a bad fucking sign. That's probably what it is. I don't understand what it is. But I'm looking at the chat. Hopefully the guys who are live on Spreaker.com can let me know what's going on. How does this sound? Is the shit hitting the fan? I don't know. But I pulled up the server, and there's like 3,000 new freaking drivers for this damn microphone now from Windows. So hey, fantastic. I love it. Thanks, Windows. You gotta fuck it up again. We got only three news articles that came across the desk today. There was one that I was hunting down, and that is that crazy story that there's a new docuseries about on Hulu about the possibility that maybe, allegedly, Bigfoot killed like 3 weed people out in California. I don't know. Can you say weedsters? I don't know. What do you do? What do you call them? Users? I just don't know. But for some reason, these 3 guys died out in the woods in California, and they're trying to throw a Bigfoot on there. Now, I've seen a synopsis for this, and someone actually did a review for it, and it doesn't appear that it's really linked to Bigfoot for some reason. I don't know. But if you guys have Hulu, because I don't, let me know if you check it out. And I don't know, the Bigfoot weed killers, marijuana murders. It's still a Sunday. Things are still crazy. But we've got these 3. We're going to go to China for a second. because we love China. Then we're going to go over and talk about a guy that got abducted, and he has a witness of him basically floating, if you will, as he was being abducted. And still, come on, you this stuff didn't make it to the Pentagon, did it? Is it going to be on the Pentagon report every time someone gets abducted or a cattle gets sliced up? I don't know. Probably not. That's not what they're looking at. They're looking at grainy video with night scope, type things, glowing green, completely out of focus. That's what makes the Pentagon report. Hopefully someone up there, when they put that damn report together for the Congress, maybe they'll give us some good images, shit that we can actually see. There's one story in here where all of a sudden it goes from one topic and then it just turns into something else. Very, very strangely indeed. And the last one, some guy who's known really as the Tiger King of Mars. Apparently, he's been seeing something in the pictures. And it's not our favorite. It's not our favorite guy. It's not Pareidolia Pete. Scotty Waring. Apparently, he's got a brother somewhere or a cousin who likes to check out the pictures and go completely off the rails. But anyway, let's get started with our first track. If I can speak on a Monday. I was too relaxed, man. It really was. So let's get it. So it turns out Lou Elizondo was on 60 Minutes, and everybody's talking about this whole UFO thing. Everybody's getting ready. They're getting ready for that damn congressional report. And I'm sure, like, was it Rubio? It's just chomping at the bits, you know, especially because in that 60-minute interview, I believe, from the transcript that I saw, is that they made the claim that, you know, these UFOs hang out in secure locations where the military is at all the damn time. Like, they're always there. You can't mistake them for nothing else. Those things are there. And then, the other thing is that people are still trying to make the correlation between UFOs and aliens. And it may not be. And, they keep saying that. But still, I go back to what the reptilian man said. Stephen Greer, he's been saying it for fucking years. This is all a setup. Could he be right? Could you imagine that all the times we made fun of him crying on his documentaries, that all of a sudden it turns out that he was correct the whole time? That this is a government setup. That basically they're going to get us to hate aliens to the point where we are going to go to war with an alien that doesn't even fucking exist just because they can, because they want power and to be in control. I don't fucking know. But the weird thing is he knows there's aliens because he freaking has all these CE5 situations going on, and he's in constant contact with them. Him and Demi Lovato for people, for fuck's sake. Ufology is a circus, man, and most people say I'm part of that circus. I might even be the head clown. But still, I'm just being honest in the shit that I say. That's the truth about it. But I gotta say this about China. China has got the best spacecrafts in the entire world. I mean, Percy, Perseverance, great. Copycat from Curiosity. So what? But freaking China, like you guys saw last year with that moon situation, how many freaking stages does that fucking thing have? And it actually brought samples back to the planet, which we haven't heard of since. So they might have had like a zombie apocalypse in some town somewhere, that received the samples, and we'll never know about it, right? We'll never know if all of a sudden in Qui-Gon they had that might be Vietnam. Anyway, they might have had a COVID-45 somewhere. Because of those samples from the moon, we're not going to know anymore. They're not stupid. They're going to contain that shit no matter what. But needless to say, when we look at what just landed on the moon, and it came from the whole, what was that, the Taiwan or Taiwan? Excuse me, I just don't speak Chinese. The orbiter that launched the rover down to the surface of Mars, that's freaking incredible. And I think it's probably pronounced Taiwan. The Taiwan 1 orbiter. So I got this freaking 530-pound rover down to the surface. And it's not as fancy as, Percy and the rest of the rovers that they get down there. I mean, in the whole design, I don't even think they were scared for whatever amount of time. What is it, 6 minutes of death? Whatever it is. I don't even think they cared. They just got the shit down because China demands it. And it's going to get done. So you got this thing, it's sitting on there, and it's called the Zhurong, but I don't know if they're wrong or right, but all I'm saying is it's a Zhurong, probably, I don't know. I need someone from China on here every time that I read these names. But anyway, the 6-wheel robot, copycat China, come on, get your own wheel count. Go for 8, for the love of Pete. Actually, it got down there Friday, May the 14th, and it is situated right now in the Martian plain Utopia Planitia, and it's just hanging out there, getting ready this weekend probably, according to the Chinese-controlled news, because there's no free news there. Fuck, there ain't no free news anywhere, to be honest, except for maybe here on the Tempest Universe. This weekend they might bring out the robot, let it roll down, and it'll spend, according to them, almost a whole fucking month just getting ready to look for several things. And I have a list of these things here, but one of the things that really stood out to me was the fact that it's going to be looking for evidence of ice under the surface. Finally, somebody is going somewhere where it means something. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn about life being on Mars 30 billion years ago. No fucks are given. Zero. How the fuck does that affect me? if all the life that's on Mars is fossilized. I care about all the fucking germs that are going to come back and kill off half the population here. Because the truth is that old Percy is collecting evidence right now. Tubes of samples that he's storing, old robot, Percy, Perseverance, storing them on itself because these tubes are eventually, maybe 2030, 2035, I don't know, NASA is going to try one of these multi-level stage thing where they're going to go down and pick up the sample. Elon Musk is going to be there already. What the fuck? Are you serious? So you're going to do this multi-stage retrieval and, Percy's going to be parked next to the Starship. Just give it to him. Just give it to Elon. Pass it to him. He'll send the Starship back along with Percy in it, actually. He'll go and collect all the fucking rovers, throw it on the Starship, and just send the ship back. Just like that. Anyway, so the thing is going to be looking for things like dealing with geology. And listen, this is perfect. I really like this. But still, we're getting a little closer, right? We got someone going out there looking for water ice, physical evidence under the surface. But when are we going to get someone to just say, fuck it, let's throw a microscope up there on one of these rovers and just says, look, do you know the craziness that you will find if you just walked into, let's say, a ravine or a river next to you and you put a drop of that water under a slide? You know the crazy shit you will see under that. And the thing is, you probably swam in that shit as a kid and swallowed all that water just trying to swim. There is life up there. I can't get this. I don't understand why this is not an issue. Why are they not even trying? They're always going like around. Come on. Stop going around the bush. Go right into it, for fuck's sake. Just get in it. Solve this. The orbiter that's up in space, the TON, it's only going to be up there for a year. Well, that's the mission, right? They always say, we built this robot. It would only be that for 1 year. And then it would crash and burn like we did on the Maldives Islands. No, that's... It never really works out that way, right? Because these things end up being around for fucking ever, just poisoning the lack of atmosphere, as they say, on the planet Mars, and dropping all the earthly germs on there as well. And by the way, there's a big hoopla about that. It keeps rolling. People claiming that eventually when we get to Mars, we're going to find all this life, and half this shit's really going to be from Earth. So there you go. We're evil solar partners, I guess. Anyway, so it's supposed to be up there for 1 year, but even the orbiter is working. The orbiter is actually going to be taking high-definition pictures with a camera that they installed on it and looking for mineralogical and investigating the surface of the planet. It's like every piece of equipment that China sent up there is doing some kind of work. Crazy. Completely. It's like the Transformers of space. That's what they are. I don't know. I think it's going to be hard to say that one country owns the space race anymore, because there's a lot of new stuff. Now, if they could just stop dropping shit on people on our planet, that'd be great. Like, stop China, please. Stop trying to kill off people one by one. And you know what? You know if they dropped it, if they were to drop it on, like South Korea or Japan, that's not an accident. I'm just saying. That's going to start some shit eventually. That's the article for today. There's actually more to it if you want to check the link in the description, because why not? That's a one-shitter article, I guarantee you. So go ahead and do it.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, 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 damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans it to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, you talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn, damn, damn. 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 You're mad at me for not giving you comfort. You say that I'm away so much and now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger. But that's okay for me, 'cause I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, you talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn, damn, damn. 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 I don't give a damn, damn.
Here's a quick news hit. Apparently, SpaceX is ready for SN20. SN20 is supposed to be the orbiter, the low orbit orbiter for the Starship, dumping somewhere outside of Hawaii or some shit like that in the Pacific. Man, we can't wait for that. But the other thing is they put the damn SN15 back on the launch pad. For what? I don't know. I mean, come on. Let's get the big phallus out. Let's get the big silver one out. You know, the one that's going to go to the moon. Let's get that one out and light that puppy up. Anyway, the idea that it's going to be up and hitting low orbit by the end of the year, I don't know. It's really hard because you can't, you almost cannot count on their timelines because they're always off by about 4 to 6 fucking weeks. So, what can you do? Oh my god, I'm choking on my drink here. Anyway, so this guy got abducted, and apparently he claims that his girlfriend actually saw him being levitated when he was returning to the planet. It's a weird story. Matthew Moniz, M-O-N-I-Z, he claimed that he was being abducted and that he had a witness that he was being levitated. And then he was being returned home. He said in the process of them returning me back, they woke her up. Her being his girlfriend. Crazy. Matthew said that he was visited one night, not long after his new girlfriend had moved into the house. Hey, that's a good housewarming, right? A free probing? I mean, how else would you welcome someone to the freaking new home? You probed them, right? He said that one night they came and took me, and in the process of them returning me back, they woke her up, at which point I was actually being levitated. Here's the thing about Matthew, right? I really couldn't find the story anywhere. Now, there is a YouTube channel. I don't know if it's his or not. But there's nothing there. There's no girlfriend confirming it. Just him telling the story that, they almost dropped him right on her. And the thing is, what, did he not have a roof? Were they camping outside? Was that what his house was? It was all, being built, so all you had was the frame. And she moved in, had a framed house with no roof. And they almost dropped him on her and woke her up. For fuck's sake, who even knows? I mean, come on. There is no way they just picked him up and just left her there without giving her the opportunity to get probed too. That's just crazy. Anyway, here's the interesting thing about him is that Matthew is the scientific advisor for Starborn Support. Now you're wondering, a lot of you experiencers, you're wondering what is Starborn Support? It's a community group that in the United States started out in Maine in 2006. It's a support network for people who claim they have seen or been abducted by aliens. Like, if the groups in Facebook were not enough, now you have a physical place you can go to. Now you can actually go there and listen to stories and tell your story and find support. And you can go to Matthew, and he is the scientific advisor. He can give you the science behind your probing, if that is something you want to know. According to the website, it says this, and I quote, "We're a collection of regular people who share the common feeling these encounters, abductions, contacts, or sightings have deeply affected our lives in some way." You know, that shit is true. That is really fundamental to the experiencer, is that whatever it is, whether it is an abduction, or maybe they do peekaboo at your window, or a sighting, you really get impacted by that shit. Like, people go out and get tattoos of this because it's ingrained in their mind and their hearts and their soul forever. They just cannot get rid of it. It is that is one of the strange things about the phenomena, how deeply it impacts you. Now, according to the website, also Starborn Support and his members are dedicated to exploring safe and reasonable ways of helping each other come to terms with the impact of these understudied paranormal phenomena. I wouldn't say it's understudied. I think over the years, even now, there's a shit ton of studying. And guess what, guys over at Starborn? You may also be interested in that report that's supposed to come out in a few weeks. That may not. Now, here's the thing that you might be interested in is that the actual group was founded by twin sisters Audrey and Debbie Hewins, who are themselves experiencers and really understand the true complexities of the encounters. That's kind of like their voice. The encounters. You know, they sound like they're, you know, from out there across the pond. Encounters. Now, here's something also is that I wonder if they've ever had an encounter with 17. I would imagine that there's enough people in this group that there is a plethora of alien types. You know, could you imagine like going in to, let's say, a group like this and just trying to get an account of every single alien type that everyone has experienced? Is it mostly the Greys? Are there reptilians? Does Stephen Greer just sneak up on them sometime in the night? You know, is it the I don't know, what a fucking alien is there? King Plachacha with his space weed? I don't know. There's too many. And some think that's just mostly all the Greys. Tall Greys, short Greys, medium Greys. Some say they're a little green sometimes. I don't fucking know. But it'll be interesting to go into one of these groups and figure that out. Like, how many types of aliens do these groups, whether it be the Starborn or the folks in Facebook, because there's a lot of Facebook abduction groups, experiencer groups also. You know, how many different types of aliens have they come across? That'd be a fascinating thing to find out. Unfortunately, because I do say that they tend to get probed. Well, I mean, it's a fucking real thing, right? There's a lot of them that say they get probed. I'm not making that shit up. But they take offense to the fact that I said they get probed. So they won't really talk to me. But anyway, who knows? Who knows what it is? Now, there are 12 chapters of the Starborn Support Group. So, listen, they're in your neck of the woods in one way or another. So there are 12 chapters on the East Coast of the United States. There's some chapters in the UK, Latin America, and Colombia, because I guess Colombia is not in Latin America, according to them. I don't know. Now, this is the article that took a crazy, strange twist at the end, because it goes from "we are glad to help and support anyone who has experienced an encounter." So I'm going to throw Ronnie in there. Ronnie, please contact these people. And then it goes to "meanwhile," I'm going to read what it says. "Meanwhile, a UFO expert in the UK has urged the United States to release top secret photo that allegedly shows a 100-foot object hovering over Calvine in Scotland." What the fuckity fuck is that? How do we go from being probed as a housewarming gift to Nick Pope saying that the U.S. needs to give up a picture that's top secret? How the fuck does he know about it? That's my first question. Of a 100-foot hovering craft over Calvine, Scotland. And the thing is, the fucking thing's in Scotland. You give up the fucking photo, Nick Pope. What are you fucking serious? Here's Nick Pope, who says, all the time he was there, that they didn't have no fucking evidence in the UK government regarding UFOs, nothing definite, but he wants to call out the United States over a 100-foot UFO over Scotland. Jeez Louise. So that's what I'm saying. This article just took a weird twist in the whole situation. By the way, the picture on the episode for today is actually Matthew. That's him, the scientific advisor for Starborn support. So hit him up, ladies. I don't know if his girlfriend's still around, but he might be single. I don't know. There you go. There he is, just for you. You're welcome. Check out the article. There is a link, though, at the very end, those last 4 sentences about Nick Pope demanding fucking pictures. There is a link to wherever the hell he's demanding. But, how the hell did he see a top secret photo and then has the cojones to demand the U.S. gives it up? Really? You give it up. I'm sure he probably did, too, somewhere at some time. This is actually, I would venture to guess that this is also a one-shitter article. So, it'll be easy to process. I was going to say digest, but this is post-digestion, to be honest. One more track, one more article, but the next one is the one that's a bit bizarre. If you didn't think the other ones were, this one probably is.
Let's go to work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more. But I'm not going to give up and fall. Rise above it all, meet all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I'm never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. Yeah. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Start to believe in myself, and life will be sweet again. So sweet again. Above it all, beat all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Let it go. And I start to believe in myself.
By the way, I gotta say what's up to the guys who are in the live chat right now. Green Man, myself, GameVid. We also got Dre in there. Chrissy apparently jumped in and jumped out from All Pop Repeat. And she's got another podcast going on too that it's all over the place. To be honest, it's everywhere. So yeah, Chrissy gets around there. And let's see, anybody else in here live right now? No, that's it, man. The rest of the gang is probably doing their own thing, you know, taking care of business. But what's up to you guys? Welcome live. And if you guys want to get on live, you got to get on Spreaker.com. Search for the Tempest Universe. Maybe even enjoy some of the, the old stuff. UFO Buster Radio and the Dark Horde, which for some reason, I'm seeing shit right now. You know, shadow figures. But I haven't gone to the Dark Horde to get that started. So hopefully this weekend we'll get a, kick out a Dark Horde episode. I was reading this article about a nun back in the 1860s who wrote a letter about the demands from the devil or something like that. I mean, you got to stay away from nuns. I don't know. I think nuns are just scary. I don't know why. They're supposed to be like angelic, and they're just scary as fuck. I know what the hell's going on, but that's the way it is. That's the world we live in. So we come across another situation on Mars where we have like Poindexter against Poindexter. The scientist guys. The guys with the pocket protectors and the real thick glasses with the high water pants and crazy ass looking outfit. But, we really, for the longest time, we only had, Pareidolia Pete, Scottsy Waring, right? He was the one who is constantly looking at photos from Mars and the moon and claiming that there's buildings and all kind of other stuff. Now, he wasn't the only one that did it, right? I think Richard Hoagland also. But still, Scott is the one who just took it to the whole new fucking level, Like, literally, people just would look at his stuff and say it's pareidolia. Actually, I think they invented the word just for him. And then now we have someone that apparently is being compared to the Tiger King, and they call him the Space Tiger King. He's apparently an extremely controversial scientist who says that he usually makes a lot of crazy-ass fucking claims. And now he claims that there's shrooms on Mars. Now, I think really he just saw the pictures and, wanted to go pick up some shrooms himself. But this is, it's just a weird story, right? Martian mushrooms. And it's been going on for a week now. And I tried to avoid it because I saw the back and forth. And I was like, I don't understand. Why? Why? I don't. Because they look like pebbles. Like, I believe it was during Curiosity where they went across a riverbed and they showed all these little pebbles, right? And they said, well, that's just because of the water going through, The water causes these pebbles. It's part of erosion. And yeah. Well, it's the same fucking pebbles, just somewhere else. But our Tiger King guy says, no, those are shrooms, man. Those are shrooms. I've got evidence. I've looked at the pictures. I'm not fucking around with you guys. These are puffball mushrooms. Yeah, so he actually, him and a few other scientists wrote a paper on this. Believe it or not, Martian shrooms. I think that's what they titled it. Get high on Martian shrooms. Anyway, he says he has evidence and he's got pictures to show it. Now, the good thing about this article right here is that the Space Tiger King, the pictures that he used to compare, and I believe what they are is samples of shrooms on Earth and Martian shrooms or pebbles from riverbeds. There's a side-by-side comparison that he says, take a look at this, man. Hey, man, take a look at this. You see, shrooms. He says in one case, a photo snapped in Seoul 1145, there appears to show 9 spherical and semi-spherical specimens. and they were jutting out of the ground in the planet's Meridiani Planum region. I mean, that's enough to get you high, man. Just right there. Just that name. He says a photo that was snapped 3 days later shows an additional 12 objects appearing seemingly out of the blue, or the red, which is the color of the soil on Mars. So he says, look, this is evidence, man. Literally, these pictures show you the change over time. The people are questioning, number one, whether or not what he's seeing maybe is the wind. Because we know, just from looking, if you guys look at the Percy videos, because now, Percy's fucking high tech. The fucker shoots a video. But there's dust devils out in Mars. All around Percy for some reason. There was one video, there's like 3 dust devils. Mars is kind of windy. And you know that after a few weeks of all these rovers being there, they literally get completely covered in Martian dust. So people are saying, nah, man, this is dust. That's what it is. You're looking at pebbles being moved around by the Martian wind. Mars is breaking that wind, and that's all you're seeing. He says in the study, the whole brood of them that wrote the study, that it is well established that a variety of terrestrial organisms survive Mars-like conditions. So they're saying, yeah, possibly shrooms could survive the conditions on Mars. So don't be surprised if these are actually fungi that are living on the planet. He says, listen, on the planet Earth, there are low temperatures, there are situations, there are places where there's a low amount of water and intermittent, like on Mars. There's places where there could be low amounts of oxygen or some other types of atmospheric chemicals. But he says that even high levels of radiation, which are characteristics of Mars, those situations can exist here in certain environments, and we see that life continues to thrive. So he says, these are shrooms, man. These are shrooms. By the way, the author, or the Space Tiger King, his name is Dr. Ron Gabriel Joseph. If you got 3 names like that, come on. You got to drop the middle one, otherwise you're a Tiger King. He's a neurobiologist, and he's actually known for starting some shit. This is why they call him the Space Tiger King. Because in the past, he wrote in the Journal of Cosmology a title that apparently attracted controversy in the past. So he's not new to this. So I hope the other guys that kind of signed up with him to talk about the shrooms on Mars actually knew about his past. But in 2014, Dr. Joseph, he actually filed a lawsuit against NASA claiming that the U.S. Space Agency failed to properly investigate evidence of alien life on Mars. And here's why. Because there was a picture of a Martian rock that somewhat resembled a donut, and that had been stepped on. And they didn't go back to find out if that was a real fucking donut. They did it. Mars failed. NASA failed. Not Mars. NASA failed in investigating the stepped on donut that was in one of their pictures. I really think that Dr. Joseph is related to Pareidolia Pete in some way. Some way there's a connection here between him and Scott C. Waring. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're one and the same person, and we don't know this. But he actually sued them for that. For not investigating the step-down donut. You can't write this stuff. This is who they're letting write journals. Scientific journals. So now, the newly, crowned Space Tiger King is saying we have shrooms on Mars. Fuck, I believe him. I mean, why not? Why shouldn't we? Could there be shrooms? Yeah. Unfortunately, the wrong person is making the fucking claim. So now no one gives a fuck about shrooms anymore. They don't give 2 shits about it. Thanks, Dr. Joe. You really fucked that up for everyone. Yeah, there you go. That's the way it goes. By the way, Like I said, the article really does have those side-by-side pictures that they used. I don't know if they used it in the actual article or the paper, but still, when you look at these images side by side, they can be quite compelling. I'll be honest with you, they are quite compelling. They really are. But for fuck's sake, man. Like, that's someone, we know Dr. Joseph is into something, because if he is looking at rocks and he sees fucking donuts, and he looks at rocks again and he sees shrooms. I mean, come on. What do you do after work there, Space Tiger King? What keeps you happy? This is the end of the podcast. I might throw an extra song after the outro here. I don't know. I might feel like it. We'll see. But in the meantime, hey, tune in on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm going to see if maybe we can get a clip of that 60-minute situation with Elizondo as he proclaims the UFOs love buzzing secured military areas, and the U.S. can't do shit about it. Thanks for the vote of confidence, and we feel so totally secure thanks to you, Lou Elizondo. But we'll see what he has to say. I mean, shit, all that shit is true, right? Why not?
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I got one more because I'm going to go from I don't give an F to I don't give a damn. What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You're mad at me for not giving you comfort. You say that I'm away so much and now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger. But that's okay for me, 'cause I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 I don't give a damn.